Wanna lock me up, they wanna put me in prison. Just because I put myself in this position of smoking the herb that came from the earth. How can you take it away from me? I've been smoking since my birth. And how can you put me behind the fucking bars when my cousin in Colorado gets high as the stars? So you are motherfucking hypocrites when I say your name. And we need a new motherfucking job for the DEA. Instead of putting weed smokers in prison, motherfuckers, you ought to be letting your motherfucker trucker. And I'll be smoking this sweet leaf until the day I die, because it's better for me than these other things in my life. And you can say I could be hooked on them Vicodin pills, and motherfucker, that took away all of my will, but I'll be smoking the sweet leaf until I am dead. And after I'm gone, put some in my casket for after the end. And when I'm done with y'all, and after I finish this motherfucking song, I'm gonna smoke me a motherfucking hit from the bong. And I'll...
Okay, there it goes, guys. That's an impromptu microphone check. That, yeah, the old song just came up with, what were you, like, you were clapping or snapping or something, but definitely talking about cousins in Colorado. Be nice to go visit a cousin in Colorado. And that was right around the time that they passed recreational marijuana in Colorado, and that was just Mary Jane was in my on my brain that day. So rock and roll, there we go. That was the little bit of impromptu singing in the shower from just the other day. Told you guys, hey, you never know what's gonna happen whenever you hit record. And we got a buzzing going on, and I'm gonna take care of that real quick. We'll come back right after a station identification. And yes, we are proud to announce that we're back on Twitter. Robert Cole at Robcast Radio. That's where this will I think this is going to be the first show that goes on to that Twitter. So now I will definitely encourage you guys to hit me back at Robcast Radio. Robert Cole at Robcast Radio on Twitter. We're going to keep up with that because we likes to tweet. We're not very fond of Facebook up in here. Man, Facebook, I just get too much fake bullshit and too much bullshit, and too much bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit. I'm not knocking, man. I mean, Facebook, it's just like, it seems like whenever you get some sort of a notification from an app and it makes your stomach hurt, like in a text from someone you don't want to talk to or some bullshit like that, then I just cut it out. So I cut out Facebook for about the past month altogether. However, it will, because I'm still logged on the Facebook through the studio still puts the show onto my Facebook page. So today, yes, check this out, Flip, and you guys, we tried to put the show, let's unhook your mic, Flip, unless we're going to use it. Sure that's the right one. Check. Okay, good. Thank you. And make sure this is all off. It is no buzzing like your cousin. What's that? Okay. Yeah, Robert Cole at Robcast Radio on Twitter and YouTube. Rob C. Zombie on YouTube. That's where you can listen to the show anytime if you're trying to get your mixed martial arts training done. If you're trying to get your core workout done, put the earbuds in, see what Zombie's got going on in the world. Bringing you shower songs. I've got another audio nugget, something that just popped into my head earlier, and I recorded a kind of a parody. We'll bring that to you before the end of the show. But yeah, definitely, we will talk to you just for a moment about different ways to follow the Robcast. Follow the Robcast, guys, at right here. The best way, of course, always, first and foremost, is at Spreaker Podcast, the best podcast network on the planet Earth, where we've got people download Spreaker Podcast, okay? Just put it in your phone. It doesn't take up that much space, and even if it does, it's worth it, but it does not. It takes up a third of what freaking Facebook does anyway. But check it out. It's the best. It's awesome, guys. Check it. You could listen to, I don't know, if you like The Nerdist, or if you like Ari Shafir's Skeptic Tank, or the Joe Rogan Experience, or if you like Fat Man on Batman, or if you like Hollywood Babylon. Oh goodness, the list goes on. The Adam Carolla Show is another awesome podcast here, guys. So help, let them know also that Zombie sent you from Robcast. Let them know that I'm showing them some love, guys, because hey, I'm the small fish in a big pond, just trying to get bigger and stronger and faster. Okay, I don't want to get eaten, and I want to help you guys get stronger, bigger, and faster, and to continually advance in life, just like we're trying to continually advance in this program, to live more, to be stronger, to do more, to grow as human beings. You know what I mean? That's one thing, the problem that I have with the left and the right, the left and the right, and the left and the right, is that, like, yeah, you borrow one of my guns because you don't believe in guns, and then, you give it back to me whenever you're done hunting or whatever, because you wanted to go on a hunting trip with your business buddies. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that, but okay, this is how I feel about that. I do know how to feel about that, guys. See, because we have a lot of the same views and opinions about things, right? It doesn't mean we need to be on totally separate sides of the spectrum. We do not need to be divided. We do need to be united. The more we sit down and talk to one another, we have to realize that it's just like, okay, your wife or your husband, right? There are things in this world that are totally 100% different about you guys. And that's what brings you together. The fact that, the number one obvious thing is that, one of you has a penis, other one have a vagina. Totally different, right? But it brought you together. Or whatever the fuck, if your dicks brought you together, or your cooters brought you together. If you got cooter magnetism, then that's all fucking awesome too, okay? Trying to equally fucking offend everyone here, okay? But no, the point that I'm making is that you got to sit down and talk to somebody for 30 minutes. Correspond with them. That's what's the problem with this instantaneous world, is you're going on information that was gathered by someone else. Why not fact check that and make sure? And then even whenever you do that, that's still, you're still going on something that's written or heard, or even a video. You know what I'm saying? So what I would like to do is, you got to sit down, you got to talk to that person and see what's what. And I got a list here of like interviews that I would love to get on the show. I was going to see if maybe any of you guys knew some of these people and what you think about it, but I absolutely cannot find there it is, interview list. Let's see, who would you like to have on the show? I would like to have, this is the wish list for interviewees for Robcast. Okay, are you ready? I would like to have Jan Michael Vincent, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, The Junkyard Dog, Dustin Diamond, Andy Fastow, Ken Lay, and Jeff Skilling. Any or all three if they're out of prison. Joe Rogan for show number 100. Tony Hawk, Jason Ellis, John Capps, Urs Urbacher, Rob Van Winkle, Ricky Carmichael, Travis Pastrana, Brett Michaels, Tom Wolfe, David Cross, the Jerky Boys, John Brennan, and Kamar Ahmed, Paul Wall, and Dr. Matthew Causey. That's and out of those, I found absolutely none of them that I have corresponded with or have returned correspondence with the Zom. But you know what? If you don't ask, you don't get. So we'll try and we'll see what we can come up with. So yeah, doing the right thing, man. What you have to realize, if you're from a good upbringing and you know that, let's say just for example, that taking something that isn't yours is wrong, this is not necessarily the way that all people are taught. And that became very clear to me whenever I lived in Pasadena. Now, I did not always have good moral and, good judgment like that, because I was actually taught myself that if you don't get caught, then it's only illegal if you get caught. Yeah, I think that was the saying. It's only illegal if you get caught. That's something I think I heard my father say. What a terrible thing to incorporate into a child's mind. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible. I mean, I love my father. He's 74 years old, and he probably still, he probably still thinks the same thing. I don't know. I've tried to tell him my different views and opinions on things like this, that you get what you give. What you put out into this world comes back to you. So ultimately, if you steal from someone else, you're stealing from yourself, because everything here is ours. It's not mine or yours. Whenever you die, what the fuck are you going to take with you? I'm not taking anything with me. You know what I'm saying? We're only here for a short period of time, guys. So we got to make the motherfucking most of it, is what I'm getting at. And the point is that doing the right thing is not everyone is not the same values of morality or the law or affluence even. Even on the flip side of that, let's say, some poor kids are taught, and like I say, in South Houston and Pasadena, Texas, in the inner parts, it definitely was clear that, man, if you leave your car unlocked in the townhouses overnight, then maybe not that night, but if you leave it unlocked 2 or 3 times, definitely everything you have in there is going to get taken. It happened to my roommate. They took, at the time, it was like his GPS. It left any kind of change for the tollway, anything else in there that they could get their hands on, they would just steal. And their mentality in this being that I owned a motorcycle shop, and whenever someone would bring me some of these unscrupulous looking things for a very cheap price out of the trunk of their car, and they would have some bullshit story as to where it came from, you know what I mean? I would be like, what the fuck? I mean, why do you think like this? Why would you even think that I want a $200 radio with the wires hanging out of the back of it? Oh, well, I thought you were cool. Well, guess what? I'm not cool, because that's not fucking right. You know what I'm saying? And because that, I had the mentality at one point in my life, until probably I hit 20, 22, 23 years old, it's only illegal if you get caught. Then that all fucking came back on me. The exact shop where I have some of these conversations about people trying to, try to sell me a fenced item or whatever, that I basically just tell them to get the fuck out, is the same shop that got broken into, and that I got relieved of probably, I don't know, right at probably $80,000, $90,000 on one weekend. And it was Saturday or Sunday night. I was so fucking tired. I left the shop. I finished up a 1965 Pontiac Grand Prix, black, beautiful black with all the chrome. Finished restoring it, painting it, put all the chrome back on it, and got it back to the customer. And I collect my check for whatever it was, like $12,000. And I just went home. I didn't even go back to the shop. That was on Friday night or Saturday morning. This was Saturday morning, January the 2nd, I think it was, 2002. And yeah, man, that fucked up my week. That fucked up my whole game plan. Whenever you work hard for 2 or 3 years to buy a welding machine, and then I actually had bought a paint booth and blah blah blah. Anyway, the point is that I know that what you put out there comes back on you. Maybe that was repayment for some of the things that I had taken, and whenever I was a lot younger, that did not belong to me. Like, I can remember getting in trouble in primary school for having a school box of things that I would snatch out of other people's desks. Things that I did not need, right? That I did not want, and that I did not use. But I had an extra school box of things that, like, somebody would drop it, I'd pick it up and put it in there. If I saw it on their desk and they were napping, I'd put it in there. Why did I do that? Why did I need 7 glues and a bunch of erasers and pencils and all that, in my desk? I don't know. It was because I was taught that hey, if you don't get caught, well, I have no fucking clue. Was I going to fence these things, sell them on the black market? No idea. But the point is,